Hey everybody, this is Bill from TutorBros. Today I want to go over how to use three functions in Microsoft Excel, specifically the left function, the mid function, and the right function. Each function, the purpose of each of them is to extract a portion of a text string using different methods. We'll go in each one, but as you can guess, left extracts a portion of the string reading the text from left to right. Mid is somewhere in the middle of the string. We extract a portion of it, and the right, it reads the string of text or numbers from right to left. So in this example, let's just use a worker ID, which is a unique number assigned to each employee at a company. It's what's nice about the worker ID is it's in a uniform format where it's 6 digits long, separated by hyphens. The first 2 digits represent the building that the employee works in. The second two represent the floor, and the third 2 digits represent the desk. So, as I said, each worker has a unique employee ID, and we will use these three functions to extract portions of each worker ID, namely the building, floor, and the desk. So to do that, we'll first use the left function to try to extract the building number of each worker in the worker ID, which is the first 2 digits. So let's start the function by saying equals left, and then we'll open the parentheses, and then the text. The first parameter is the text, which is asking for the cell that we want to reference, the full string that we want to extract a portion out of. So we will reference cell A3, and then I'll hit comma, and then the next parameter is asking for the number of characters. So for the building portion of the worker ID, we know that it's the first 2 characters, and the left function is reading the whole string from left to right. So from the left, we want the first character and the second character. So the total number of characters we want is 2, and it will extract the first 2 characters starting at the very left of the string. And then we'll close the parentheses and hit enter, and you can see that it returned the number 11, which is the first 2 digits of this worker ID. Now, when you get this black cross when you hover over the bottom right of the cell, you can double click and it brings the formulas all the way down to the bottom of my data set, and you can see that each cell is showing the first 2 digits of the cell to the left of it. So in the next cell down in B4, we can see that it's referencing the cell below A3, which is A4, and the full string, it's only taking the portion of the leftmost 2 characters, the first character and the second, and it returns the number 14. And it's doing that all the way down. So the left function takes the full string, reads it from left to right, and you indicate the number of characters you want to return from that string. So now let's use the mid function to take the middle 2 digits of this string for the worker ID. So if I do equals mid, open parentheses, the first parameter it's asking for is text, which is the cell we want to reference. So we'll do A3 again. Then I hit comma. The second parameter, now it's different from the left function in that it's not asking for the number of characters yet. It's asking where do we want to start extracting from? Which character number do we want to begin at? So rather than at the very left, we can start anywhere in between. And in this case, if we want to extract the number 18 from this worker ID, if you count from left to right, which is how the mid function reads, left to right, we do the first character, second, third, fourth. And the fourth character begins the portion of the text that we want from this full string. So we want the number 18. The 1 in the 18 is at the fourth character position. So you do want to count the hyphen and any blank spaces and any numbers and letters. So we count 4 over. We'll start at the fourth character. That's the second parameter of the mid function. And then if I do comma, now it's asking for the number of characters. So now we want to indicate how many characters starting from the fourth character and including the fourth character do we want to extract from the string. And we want the number 18, so the answer is 2 characters. So starting at the fourth character, we extract the number 1 and the number 8. So we extract 2 characters starting at the fourth. We'll close parentheses, hit enter, and it returns the number 18. And if I drag them down, you'll see that as we go down, 14, this is referencing cell A10, it is pulling out 2 characters starting at the fourth character, 1 and 4. So that's the mid function. We're taking out somewhere in the middle of this string of text. Now let's say I want to extract the last 2 digits of this worker ID, which is 9595. I could use the mid function and say start at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th character and extract 2. But instead we'll use the right function just to show that you can use a function to read the string from right to left and then tell it how many characters to extract. So let's try the right function. We do equals right, open parentheses. The text that we want to reference is A3 again, and the number of characters is 2. But in this case, the right function is reading this string from right to left instead of left to right, which the left and mid function do. So if I indicate 2 characters, it's going to extract the number 5 and the number 9, but not in that order. It'll just read it from right to left and then extract, and it'll kind of chop off this string right here and it'll return 9 and 5. So if I end the parentheses and hit enter, you can see that the portion of the string it's extracting is from the right, reading right to left, and 2 characters, 9, 5. And if I hover over the bottom right and you get the black cross and I double click, it brings it, you can see that these numbers are, when the cell it references, in this case A8, it's taking out the 8 and the 7, so it's taking out the most right 2 characters of this string. So when I hit enter, you can see that it's returning the number 87. So the left, mid, and right functions in Excel, again, just to reiterate, their purpose is to extract portions of a string of text or numbers rather than the full string. We can just extract just a portion of it. So that's how you use the left, mid, and right function in Excel. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment below, or if you want to see similar upcoming videos, please subscribe.